What Schopenhauer has known about depression, the truth nobody tells you. Depression is not unhappiness. There is a cause of sadness. Depression is different. It is the lack of all other things. A heavy flatness. The impression that the world is still in motion and you are looking through glass. The term depression was never used by Schopenhauer, but he told better than anyhow. It was as follows that he saw. The will, that blind power within you, usually runs noisily, breeding want to want, worry after worry. It is exhausting, yet it is also enlivening. It provides life with impetus, a direction, the sensation of movement. It is the will falling silent that becomes depression, not peaceful quiet, not rest. But there was suddenly an involuntary silence, as though the engine had just broken. And there is something lacking the engine. You see, there is nothing to draw you. There is food that is there but is not attractive. Individuals are present yet distant. The future is there but is weightless. No promise, no pull. It is not sadness. That is the will foul play. This is where, however, Schopenhauer and modern psychology differ. In the contemporary medicine, depression is termed as a malfunction, a chemical imbalance, something to mend and make right. It would not be a disagreement with Schopenhauer that something is broken. One question would he ask, and no one. What was the engine doing prior to breaking? Since the will had always been productive of suffering, its failure is not merely a failure. It is a response. The weary withdrawal of the mind out of a life which had become intolerable. Not an accident, a forced stop. He witnessed something as well, a thing which the present-day world has worsened. When the will bursts, it raises the question that the busyness was concealing. Why is this even so? The goals, the achievements, the life of a life. In the silence they show themselves as inadequate. And the contemporary depression has increased in commensuration with the loss of community, ritual, shared meaning, all that was formerly capable of supporting the will externally. The will is now called upon to make meaning on its own. It cannot to an increasing number of people. And what does Schopenhauer have to say? Not a cure, not a mourning ritual. Nothing but an honest reframe. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are a living creature, the engine of which has hit something that it could not continue running in. And not only how to jumpstart the engine, but whether it will be directed when it resumes, where it will be directed. It may be directed somewhere quieter. A place where you do not have to run and run and run and run to think you are on some kind of journey. The will in collapse is depression. But the fall, as savage as it is, sometimes reveals something which the onward rush was concealing. The life that you were leading, the pace, the cost. The silent amassing of running after things that were not providing you with what you were really seeking. And what would Schopenhauer tell you? The fall was good. But he may say to you, thoughtful, without empty assurance, that the quietness it brings is the first frank examination of your own life that you have had in years. And that gazing, there something other may start. Sign up to Schopenhauer Lens, since understanding is its own peace.